Hi there. My name is Samsara Morgan. I'm a counselor, coach, and hypnotherapist in the beautiful city of Oakland, California. Hope you're having a great day. It's Labor Day today, so I hope you're resting and having a good time with your family. Uh, Praise and blessings to all folks who go out and earn a living and keep things going in the wide world, all the workers in the field, uh, folks who are keeping things flowing on the street and traffic, um, cops who are doing good work, nurses and doctors who are giving life-giving medicine, holistic health providers who are keeping it together on the natural tip, all of those wonderful midwives and doulas who are helping babies come into the world, all of us doing our work, our labor that helps keep our community humming. This is our day, so I hope you're all enjoying yours. It's been a while. Haven't done a film in a while, and I'm sorry to have not been here. Last year was incredibly ridiculous for me. A long journey having to do with finally finalizing my divorce and having to confront a lot of my own personal demons. So I guess that's a good thing. Yeah, made me stronger. But I've had a huge battle of recovery this year. My poor body, the stress of last year just inflamed all manner of autoimmune things that I've got going on. And so this year has been about maintaining myself and finding, redoing my health regimen in a way that reflects the fact that I am older and the fact that the stress has happened. Overall, I would say I'm doing pretty well. Definitely on the road to recovery, and very grateful to be living in the Bay Area where alternative health is pretty readily available and relatively affordable. So I want to give thanks to the universe and to traditional medicine for its assistance in my life. I want to talk today about when is enough enough. One of the things that folks struggle with when dealing with loved ones, it could be a love partner, could be family members, could be friends, who are not treating us well, who are running energy that is sociopathic, narcissistic, mean. How long do we put up with that? What do we do about that? It's really difficult with family because there's a lot of old messaging around the fact that, well, you know, this is your mom, this is your dad, this is your sister, you just have to put up with it, and you just have to shut yourself down and deal with it. I certainly don't support that. I know that we all deserve better than that, better than just enduring our family, but better than just enduring being treated badly, certainly. Certainly the first step would be to try to see if you can talk to this family member or friend, perhaps with the help of a therapist, to be able to sit with them and be able to express, this is how I am feeling, this is how I feel things are going down. Can we agree on different ways of doing things? Sometimes that works. Sometimes it's a process and then it works, and sometimes it doesn't work at all. So if it doesn't work at all, and you've tried everything, you might, for the sake of your own peace of mind, have to cut off relationships with that person. And of course, that's sad. It requires a grief process and healing. But the peace of mind that one gets from not feeling abused in a space, no matter who's being abusive, is worth it. Certainly that's something that you would need to work out with your own therapist or support people. Your own support system will help guide you through that, the sense of loss, and then being able to embrace a sense of peace that you now have of knowing that whatever brand of abuse that was is not in your life anymore. With a loved one, or boyfriend, partner, it's very challenging because you do have those feelings of love for that person. You have that oxytocin sexual connection with that person, and that makes it very hard to disconnect from them. Very often, the abuse that we're receiving from a loved one, a partner, is a replication or reminder to ourselves and our minds of abuse that we've experienced before when we were younger. And so it's that familial family connection that helps us to bond with this new person, and it makes it really hard to disconnect yourself from from behavior that's really not serving us. We do have to be very, very careful here, male or female, that we're not subjecting ourselves to abuse that endangers our physical life. If we have a partner who's battering us in any way, throwing things at us, destroying furniture in our home, threatening our pets, threatening our children, those are big red light behaviors that would require us to immediately remove ourselves from the situation and get all the help that you need from therapists, friends. You might even have to bring in the police to keep yourself safe using restraining orders and such. There's just no room and there's just no space when you're in a place where that kind of physical abuse is possible. I mean, if you're living in terror and you're not able to sleep, that really has to end as soon as possible. And please get yourself the help you need to remove yourself from there and put yourself in a safe place. The other levels of abuse, there are other levels of abuse as well. Of course, in the bright, big world, in the perfect world, we'd like it to be that, well, you don't put up with that either. You don't put up with a partner who's lying. You don't put up with a partner who's being unfaithful. You don't put up with a partner who is not being honest financially. Yeah, in a perfect world, we wouldn't put up with those things. And in reality, again, those oxytocin bonds and those old family familial bonds with this person can make it very, very hard. And it can wear out our community. It can wear out our family and friends to a certain degree when they see us going back to destructive pattern, going back to a partner who never tells the truth, going back to a partner who is never honest, going back to a partner who's disrespectful in several ways, in lots of ways. Similarly to when we're dealing with a partner who's physically battering us, our goal needs to be to remove ourselves from the situation as quickly as possible, as soon as possible. My message today, though, is to be kind to yourself. These bonds are deep. These bonds are difficult. You're not a bad person because you just can't say, I'm not dealing with this, and walk away with a haughty stance, as your friends would like you to do, and as your family might want you to do. Be kind to yourself. When you're in that place of being kind to yourself, when you're in that place when you're embracing the part of yourself that is precious and young and scared, you are then able to talk to that part of yourself and find out what that part of yourself really, really needs. You're in this situation because you really need something that is whole and beautiful and vital. And there's a part of you that's confused and thinking that you'll be able to get that from this person that is disrespecting you. Maybe, it's love. Maybe you want that person to see you. Maybe you think if you try harder or do something different or change yourself or just keep talking to them, that they will see you and be there for you in a very specific way. It takes time to nurture that part of yourself until you can see that you're in this kind of death grip cycle with this person, what you are wanting is never going to come to you from this relationship, and you're just spinning in pain, hoping for what you really deserve, but looking for it in a place where you can never find it. It's like one of my therapists once taught to me about, like, going to a dry well and trying to find water. Very futile and very life wasting. So please reach out for all the help that you might need. You might need therapists, therapy groups. Sex and Love Addicts Anonymous is very good for this stuff, looking at relationship addiction and sex addiction. I'd like to recommend a couple of books. I would like to recommend anything written by Patrick Carnes is very, very helpful. Patrick Carnes was very popular in the 80s. I don't hear much about him lately. I'm sad about that. He wrote about sex addiction. It was kind of leaning more towards what sex and relationship addiction looks like for men. But his book, Don't Call It Love, is very helpful for men or women. A book specific for women is Charlotte Castle's book, Charlotte, last name Castle, K-A-S-L. Her book is Women, Sex, and Addiction. Her book is wonderful. Again, it came out in the 80s and 90s when the self-help movement was really at its peak. Her book speaks on both sexual addiction and sexual codependency for women. It's a lot more balanced, but fabulously written. And it's pretty impossible to not see yourself somewhere in that book. So again, I'm going to recommend Patrick Carnes, C-A-R-N-N-E-S. Patrick Carnes' book, Don't Call It Love, and Charlotte Castle's book, Women, Sex, and Addiction. May they be a help and a blessing to you. If there's any way that I can assist you, please feel free to email me at datingasociopath60, the number 60, at gmail.com. You can leave a comment here on this video. Please feel free to like this video. Please subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be pushing to build it more and hopefully to be able to share these thoughts with more and more people. Please feel free to share the video around on your social media and to friends who might be going through similar issues. I have a page on Facebook, Recovering from Sociopaths and Narcissists, Date Safe, Love Safe on Facebook. So please feel free to click there and see the other information that I'm posting, again, only with the hope of being able to give us tools to break free from any kinds of oppressions in our lives, especially oppressions coming from other people, helping us to stand strong without fear, helping us to attract what we really deserve in our lives, and always reminding myself, reminding you that we are whole, perfect, and complete. Have a wonderful day.